Wow, we're only one game away from finishing this Devil May Cry marathon. But for today's Devil May Cry game, we're taking a look at the most hated, the most controversial game ever to grace the DMC series. DMC, Devil May Cry. Now I'm looking at the PS3 original release version since it's the one that most people have the most amount of nitpicks. But first, some backstory, because trust me, this title needs one. So after the release of Devil May Cry 4, the sales were great, but not to Capcom standards. So they decided to head to the West. It was there Capcom found a small UK game studio who would later be infamous in 2013. This company goes by Ninja Theory. So Capcom and Ninja Theory started on the DMC Reboot and was officially announced by Capcom at their press conference during the 2010 Tokyo Game Show in September, confirming an earlier rumor of the May 2010 issue of the Game Informer magazine, which said the fifth Devil May Cry game would be developed by Ninja Theory. Later, they showed a revealed trailer on YouTube, and early reception to Dante's new design and change in direction. It was overwhelmingly negative, to say the least. That is until 2012 that despite the quote-unquote controversy the game caused, it looked promising. But with all that out of the way, time to review DMC Devil May Cry. You know what? That's my only issue with this game. It's the title. DMC Devil May Cry. Ninja Theory couldn't just call this game Devil May Cry 2013. They just had to use the fan-made abbreviation of the series. Let's get on with the game. So, Devil May Cry 2013, that's what I'm going to be calling it from now on, is an action-adventure hack-and-slash game developed by the aforementioned Ninja Theory and published by Capcom for the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and the PC. It was released on January 15, 2013. This game is meant to be an absolute overhaul reboot of the entire series, which is obvious from Dante's new design, and same goes for Virgil. The presentation of Devil May Cry 2013 can be a mixed bag. Sometimes it can look good in some levels, talking about that nightclub level. That's where I feel like I'm going to have an epileptic seizure, especially if you're playing it at night. But for the most part, it looks good. The game uses Unreal 3 engine, and it does look good. The big problem I always hear when they're not throwing a hissy fit over Dante's new looks is that Devil May Cry 2013 runs at 30 frames per second. So, who cares if it runs at 30? At least you have a game to play and it's not lagging. The gameplay is pretty much the same. For the most part, you see this reboot version of Dante is known as a Nephilim, which is normally, from what I can find, a human and demon hybrid. But in this game it's an offspring of an angel and demon. This style of Dante uses angelic and demonic weapons, from the scythe weapons of Osiris and the ninja star Aquila, to demonic weapons from the war axe of Arbiter to the pair of gauntlets of Enix. But of course Dante has his iconic Rebellion and twin guns Ebony and Ivory. And later on Dante gets two other guns, a shotgun named Revenant and a weapon named Kablooey. That's the name. Whatever. So is the gameplay good? Yeah, of course it is. I really don't see the issue with this game's gameplay. As always, I'm not going to be explaining the plot, so I suggest looking up the plot on Wikipedia. This game also got some DLC, the most notable being the Bloody Palace, which was released on February 20th, 2013, and Virgil's Downfall, which takes place after the main game, and hints at a sequel that we'll never get because people back then sent death threats to Ninja Theory, and so we never got DMC Devil May Cry 2. Smooth move, Internet. Smooth move. Anyway, Virgil's Downfall was released on March 6, 2013, and in that DLC we get to play as Virgil. Again. So, okay, Virgil's Downfall is a great sounding concept, but I think Ninja Theory could have tweaked Virgil's control and how he uses his iconic Yamato weapon. But overall, Virgil's Downfall is a bag of fun. So, with that in mind, Is DMC 2013 as bad as the internet and DMC Fanbase made it out to be? No! They're too busy making a big deal out of the tiniest things that ruins an overall good game. So with that in mind, I give Devil May Cry 2013 a 9 out of 10. I do recommend this game to even a non-Devil May Cry fan. I honestly don't want to hear your opinions about this game. You'll just complain about Dante's new design and how Virgil is better looking because he has white hair. Anyway, I've been Hardkid, and it's time for the game that everyone has been excited about since the announcement. See you all later when I take a look at the grand finale for this Devil May Cry review, Devil May Cry 5. See you all later in that review.